What under $10 item is a total game changer? A motion sensor light bulb. Got one from Amazon for the basement a few months ago for outside of the pantry. It turns off automatically after 30 seconds so you don't have to constantly pull the chain to turn it on/off. I must have replaced the pull 3 to 4 times the past few years. That bulb has been my favorite purchase from the past 6 months. The little straps, clips to keep your fitted sheet on your mattress. Set of 4 for around $5 at Walmart. Edit. For clarity and link added. A sponge on a stick. Can probably get 2 or 3 for under $10. No more squishing your hands into deep cups. Thermoses, vases, mason jars, etc. An oven thermometer. I have a friend who fancies herself a baker and spends $$ on fancy ingredients and shitloads of time in the kitchen and then wonders why her stuff always turns out dry and overbaked. Tongue scraper. Even if you brush your tongue well and think it's clean, you'll be surprised by how much cleaner it looks after one use. A pocket knife. Picked one up for $5 and had no idea how frequently I'd use it until I actually had one. Potato peelers. I was living a lie before I purchased one of these babies. I don't even know who I was before that. This sounds like a BuzzFeed writer setting themselves up for an article. High-quality pens. They just glide across the page and I could never go back to buying cheap ones now. A long phone charging cable. I'm talking like 6 feet or longer. A library card. Costs nothing or very little. And it's great. Barkeeper's friend. If you at all have any stainless steel, specifically pots and pans, this stuff will restore it to brand new. Edit. Didn't expect this to be so popular. But I'm happy if anyone has learned about this magic mixture as a result of my post. I've certainly learned new ways to use it. A clip for your phone in your car that attaches to your air vents, or something like that. Don't need to hold the phone in your lap when using the GPS or putting it in a cup holder lol. Lube. A back scratcher. Knife sharpener. For expensive knives or family heirlooms you want to use a whetstone to minimize material loss. But for regular OL box store kitchen knives, just a cheap 2-step pull-through sharpener is a life-changing event. High-quality spices. You don't even realize how terrible most commercial spices are until you get good ones. Benadryl. A condom. Quality soaps. Shampoo. I consistently get compliments on how good I smell. And I never use cologne. Edit. I understand that Dove, etc. are not the best brands out there. The stuff I use works for me and I spend $10 on it once every 2 months. I'm sure I can find a premium product that makes my hair flow like a unicorn's. But finding something affordable that smells good and doesn't damage is a game changer. If you live in a city. Earbuds to sleep. I came from a small town and the only noise were cows or church bells. When I moved to the city I now live in, my sleep would constantly get interrupted and my sleeping pattern got up. Now with the noise gone I sleep far better. The noises were never really loud, so it took me a long time to realize why I was always tired. Motion sensor light for your toilet. Hear me out. You can see what you're doing without turning on the brightest light known to mankind. A first aid kit. Just recently I needed it and swore to myself to get one immediately after moving out. Parchment paper. It's like $5 for a huge roll. I promise you, your cookies will come out perfect each time you use it. Also good if you're making multiple things in the oven. Just switch out the paper between items instead of dirtying 2 pans. We grew up less than fortunate, and so were just something you had to deal with. When I met my husband and was complaining that cramps were extra bad, he said, just take some Midol. Take what? He went out and got me some, and wow, makes periods so much more bearable. I bought a plastic folder with dividers in it to sort bills, important mail, receipts, etc. Even though I get so few physical papers I need to keep these days. This has been so great for my organization, sanity. Now if I ever do need those things, they are easy to find instead of lost to the abyss. Tongue scraper. One of the thicker, stainless steel ones. The plastic ones are. And the grooves on the back of the toothbrushes aren't on the same level. I didn't realize how much I could scrape off my tongue in the morning until I started using one. And my mouth just doesn't feel clean anymore unless it gets a good scraping. Garlic in a small bottle of olive oil can liven up pretty much any dish. Mince the garlic. Or mash it with a pinch of salt on a cutting board using the back of a fork. Toast that up in a tiny bit of regular canola or rice bran oil, be careful not to burn it. And finish the dish with a drizzle of olive oil. I use it for mac and cheese, grilled chicken, aglio e olio, shrimp, whatever. If you make a lot of Asian food, swap the olive oil for sesame, cold pressed as best, but may or may not show up within $10. High quality tweezers. Can't beat high quality tweezers. A plunger. When you need one, you need it right that very second. Drill brush attachment. I clean everything with them. Couch, carpet, cement, counters. I guess everything that starts with a C. Those plastic drain snakes for hair. Looks like a zip tie with a bunch of cuts in the sides to make it jagged. For anyone with bathroom sink, shower, tub drains that are clogged. This thing is awesome. 10 out of 10 would recommend before buying harsh drain cleaners. A small sewing kit. I moved out of home and my mom gave me one. It contained a few needles, string, spare buttons, small scissors, measuring tape, etc. At first I thought, WTF, I will never need this. I have now used that sewing kit countless times. Fixing buttons, sewing holes in clothes, etc. Very handy. And a good hairbrush. I used to have a comb and my hair was constantly in knots. I brought a Tangle teaser on sale a few weeks ago and my hair it's so smooth and less frizzy now. Parchment paper. Non-stick paper for baking, also used for streaming fish. I think. Cookies slide off the cookie sheet. Bread and cakes fall out of the pan without sticking. It's really nice.